Hey guys, it's Mr. Sheeline. This is going to be that video I mentioned about how to include exponents, and also I'll touch on a couple other things. It's going to be a really quick video, and you need to watch this video in order to complete the homework properly. I've already made it a note, or I guess I'll make it a note right now. Is that if your material does not look the way that I'm going to be putting in this material, then it's going to be wrong. Okay, so real quick, we've been practicing how to balance equations. We should understand the difference between the coefficients and then the subscripts and the superscripts. Specifically, or more on the point, the subscripts that we use in chemical equations, and we cannot represent subscripts as more or less just uppercase normal numbers. We have to show them as subscripts because the subscripts tell us that this is the composition of this particular molecule or this formula unit, whatever it is. So I'm just going to quick run through on how you can make a number or a letter, any of the text, as a subscript or superscript. So I'm going to use this worksheet as an example because this is one of the worksheets where you need to use this. So let's just get straight to it. So remember, when you are doing and completing worksheets on Google Slides, remember you've got this nice little, up here you see my mouse, you've got this nice little magnifying glass to zoom in and out to see what you have to complete. So I put it here at 200. So for number 11, I will just go ahead and give you number 11, or at least start it off for you. So here's what we're going to do. So you're going to double click in here so you've got the text going. And arguably, I probably have this text a little bit too big. It probably should be like 8. Okay, so for number 11, write a balanced chemical equation for the reaction in which dinitrogen pentoxide, N2O5, reacts with water to produce nitric acid. So I'm really not actually going to give you much. I'm just going to show you, again, subscript, superscript kind of stuff, and also this magnifying glass little detail. So when we're writing this out, remember your coefficients are normal size. They're like this size, right? They are going to be normal sized, and they have to be and they have to also be in front of your particular element, in front of your particular molecule, whatever it is, and it has to be in that spot, that size. As for the subscripts, they have to be after the specific chemical symbol that it's representing, and or outside the parentheses that the compound may be found in. So if we're going to write N2O5 again, so the dinitrogen pentoxide. So if we're going to rewrite that again, you would do this. You go to capital N, and then you would hit this. You would hit control, comma. Okay, control, comma, and then you're going to be in subscript. Okay, that's arguably the easiest way. This shortcut key is just control, comma. Okay, and then we're going to hit control, comma again, and then our text is going to go back to normal. And then we hit capital O, control, comma, 5. And so now we've got N2O5, and I'm going to hit control, comma again in order to now change it back to normal text. Give a couple spaces, put in that plus sign, and then it says reacts with water. So shift H, and then control, comma for the 2, and then control, comma again, shift O for H2O. Okay. So that's how we do that. Now I'll make a note, like I'll add this into the description of the video that I post here on Google Classroom. I'll give you the keyboard shortcuts, the keyboard hotkeys that will give you the what's it called? Sorry, the subscript or superscript. Here's something else you could do. So let's just say you're in a bind. You're trying to get this done really quick. You can write H2O super fast, highlight the 2, and then hit control, comma, and then it'll change it back down into into the subscript. And let's say if you accidentally made some subscript that you didn't want to, you can just hit control, comma again after you highlighted it, and it will change it to normal text. Okay. Here is the other way you can do this. So another way you can do this is that you click here wherever your text is going to be and start it off, and then let's say we put in the N, and then you can go up here to format, text, and then here is the subscript option. So you go to Format, Text, and then text brings you over, and it's going to be here at Subscript. Click on that, and then now your cursor is set to Subscript, but it's going to be set to nothing but Subscripts. So this way it works, but it doesn't work as well, because then you hit 2, and then you got to go back up to Format, Text, and then hit Subscript again to go back to the normal text. So that's why Control Comma is just way easier. Okay, and then here Control Comma 5, Control Comma again to get out, and then blah blah blah. Then you're good to go. Okay, so again, I'll put those hotkeys in the description of the video, and so you can see it. Then the last thing is inserting special symbols. So in this practice, we are expressing chemical equations with the yield sign. That yield sign, remember, splits between splits the reactants and your products in your chemical equation. And there's a specific way that I want you to put this in. There is this option. So there is like this insert line option up here, and there is an arrow. I don't want you to use this though. I much would rather you use the actual symbol than this. So what this is more of an image that you can then put anywhere on your page. And I don't want you to do that. And I'll show you what that would look like in a bit. Here's what I do want you to do. Okay, what I want you to actually do, oh, and I got to click that so I can get rid of it. Here's what I want you to actually do. Okay, we're going to double click in this box again. I want you to actually use the symbol. Oh, my bad. Hold on. Sorry. Oop. I want you to actually use the symbol instead of. Oop, that's not what I wanted. Trying to do two things at once rather than the image line that I just showed you. So you're going to put this in, you're going to go to insert, and then you're going to go to here, special characters. So insert and then special characters. You click on that, and then this little window pops up. And right here out the gate, like the arrows are pretty much the default that it starts with, just because arrows is alphabetically, and in this is, A. And I want you to click on this guy right here, rightwards arrow. You just click on it once, boom, and then it has been inserted. Okay, so now you have an arrow in the text. Okay, and it acts as text. Okay, it acts as the text, so it's laid into the text. It's there. You can't pick it up, you can't move it, and you won't mess with it. And then you can continue. HNO3, boom. Okay, so this is what I'm looking for when you're creating your formulas. And then obviously the last thing you would have to do with this whole thing is balance it, which I'm not going to do here. It's just to show you, subscript, superscript. Now here, let's say if I were going to do this line, here's why I don't want you to make these. One, they're really big. And as you can see here, like it's like a separate image, and you can literally move this anywhere on the page. Okay. And I don't want you to use this at all. And it's just so big. Like, look how big this is. It's ridiculous. And I know you can like change the heads, but you can't change that head size, that like arrow tip size. You can't change that. So, and it's not inlaid with the text. Okay. So again, go up to insert, go to special characters, and then you find the rightwards arrow and you click on it once, and then boom, it's in the text. It's all ready to go for you. And then you just balance the equation and you set in your coefficients, and you're ready to go. Okay. So this is what I want you guys to be doing. So again, just a real quick recap. Don't forget about your magnifying glass up here to zoom in and out of the page. Remember, subscript hotkey is Control comma. And then also remember for the arrows for your yield sign, remember it's going to be insert, special characters, and then you choose the rightwards arrow and insert that into the text where you want it. Okay, so that's the end of the video, guys. Make sure that you ask me any more questions. If you have any questions, make sure you come to my office hours if you have any questions that you could just ask me real quick, and then just leave and then continue your work, whatever it may be. So thanks, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.